All right, picked up a bunch of stuff today. We're getting a really late start, but we're gonna try and get this engine out today. Hello everybody, welcome back to Make It and Break It. My name's Andrew. Behind me is our Doritos Locos RX8 race car project that we're trying to put this thing in. So, a while ago we took this thing to a track, had some fun, had some engine issues, came back, checked it out, turned out we'd cooked at least 2 apex seals on our front rotor, rear rotor, one of the rotors that's in this thing here. And so what we've got now is we're trying to pull the current engine that's in there and put this new engine we just got from JDM of California. We'll separate it from the transmission and stuff here momentarily at some point. But we've got to finish taking out some of the things that we want to get out of the way here. So we got to take our hood off. We're going to take the air pump. I think it's an air pump, whatever this thing is down over here, out. And then finish making our disconnections, drain the coolant, drain the oil, and get all that stuff done. So I was gonna do this as a DIY, you know, how-to thing, but there's some really good stuff out there already for this, and I don't have enough time to shoot one of those. So we're just gonna get to it, and we'll catch back with you guys once we've got some more of this stuff out of the way. Wow, I got dirty real quick. I have one complaint about this already. So these are your oil cooler lines. So the manual versions of the RX8 have 2 oil coolers right up here and over here. And they run into these lines. So one line runs out of the engine over here, and then it runs across and then back, or it runs across and back, one way or the other. These little clips, so if we look in here, these little like C-type clips that retain these things are super stupid. Whoever came up with that, I hate you. All right, we have a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure how big a problem this is yet, but before I start messing with it, I want to show you guys, because this is not how you're supposed to do work. So we're gonna get under here. 1 second. Okay, so we're under here, and this is supposed to be the bottom of the radiator, and that is supposed to be a screw-in plug for draining. And what it is it's like putty. There is a definite putty, and that's a small spider. You can go away. Thank you. That's not supposed to be there, and I'm not certain what'll happen when we start trying to get into it and see what happens. So we're gonna try that and see if we can get it to drain. Because if this doesn't drain, I mean, we're gonna have a really messy time trying to get this engine out. And we might need a new plug or a new radiator, depending on how bad this is actually. So we're gonna try and drain this real quick and see what happens. So we got the drain plug out, and this is what's left of it here. It's just a little bit of thread that I had to shove my screwdriver in. Luckily these are plastic, and unluckily in some ways, because this is what was in there. Just like I think it might be the top. Let's get it to focus a little bit here. It might be the top, but it was just in there and really terrible, and a lot of thread sealant tape all over it and everything. Someone really botched this job when they replaced the coolant last time. We're gonna have to get a new drain plug. Hopefully there's one in town. It looks like there's one in town. So I'll have to get one tomorrow morning because I don't want to leave the radiator open this long. but we'll leave it open for now. All right, update. We just drained the oil, and we're letting the rest of it drain in there at some point. And we're looking at this, and you see that metallic streaking in there? I believe a lot of that is gasket, or not gasket, bearing. That's the word I'm looking for, bearing material. So, looks like we were eating some of the bearings as well as an apex seal, which is not ideal, and means we're in for a basically complete rebuild of this engine when we want to, but we were probably going to do that anyway. So, more info on how crappy this engine turned out to be for us. Awesome. Ugh. All right, guys, it's getting late, and I need to edit a lot of videos and get some sleep, because it's gonna be bachelor partying it up for the next couple days, and you don't sleep very well on those. So where we sit right now, the engine's still in. Unfortunately, I really wanted to get out today, but I got started way too late, really, to get to that. However, we've got pretty much everything removed up here that we want removed. We're gonna go next. So kind of the deal is we're drained. We got all of our oil out. You saw kind of some bearing material in the oil, so that's bad news. Means our rebuild's gonna be a lot more extensive on this than we wanted it to, and hopefully all the housings are good. Maybe we'll send this one out for a rebuild. Who knows? But we've drained. We've got coolant and oil out. So then we removed all of our coolant lines and got all of our basically everything. We're trying to disconnect this engine from the chassis. So all the coolant lines, everything that's running AC or heaters or running to the radiator that doesn't have a drain plug right now. Removed all those, and kind of all of our vacuum lines and everything that runs over here into the brake booster throttle area. So the next step for us on the next video, which will be a little bit for me, maybe just a few days for you guys, is we're gonna have to crawl underneath the car and start disconnecting the engine from the rest of the drivetrain. So that's gonna be a little sketchy, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we've got all the right tools to go get that done, really. So, and then we'll be able to get this engine up and sitting over on the pallet right there behind me, and swapping all the parts over to the new engine that we want to swap from this one, as well as some new parts I'll show you at that point. But yeah, moving right along. Stuff is coming apart. I haven't had to break too many things that weren't already broken, that is. So that's pretty good here. It's going slow though, so I'm a little worried about making our timeline, especially since I'm gonna lose a few days here. But we'll deal with that when it comes to it. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been another Make It and Break It YouTube video on our Doritos Locos RX8 race car project. If you like this video, hit like, comment down below. Did I miss something? Any of you guys got any tips to do this easier? This really hasn't been all that bad, to be honest. It's all the kind of stuff you'd expect. So, but there's always cool tips and tricks to do something better. So if there's any of that, definitely hit that in the comment section down below. If you like what we're doing this channel, we got our RX8 project, our Hypertenere project, which is behind the camera over here, some of our 3D printing stuff, and kind of a bunch of other stuff we do. We go do shenanigans and other random stuff. So if you like all that stuff, definitely hit subscribe, ding that bell icon so that you get notified when I put out a new video. Again, thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Andrew, and this actually is a perfect example of our channel motto here. You know, we're doing work here that we're probably not qualified or skilled enough to do. We're gonna do it anyway. And when you're doing that sort of stuff, don't make it hard on yourself. Don't buy parts you don't need. Just make it up. We'll catch you guys later. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Make It and Break It. My name's Andrew. Behind me